I was talking with some friends today and we were chatting about when we breed our mares and when we get rolling. And in Michigan, we're much colder climate than a lot of states. You know, the western states, they're breeding mares a lot earlier than we are here. And so what I do is I always wait a little bit later because mares go through what's called a transitional heat. And so that's their heat from when they've shut down in the winter and they're coming back into season in the spring. And so some of those heat cycles can actually be really false. They can look like a heat, they can grow follicles, they can act like they're breedable, but they're really not. They're not gonna get pregnant on those heat cycles. And so what I've found, if you're not planning on putting your mare on lights and bringing them into heat in a more artificial type way, to just wait. Simply wait, especially in the cold seasons. It's really funny because a lot of the people in the western states go, oh my gosh, you're still breeding horses, it's so late in the season. Well, naturally, that's when these mares would be getting pregnant in the wild anyway. So May, June, even early July is not that late for the Midwestern states, those colder climates. So don't let that scare you or deter you from still wanting to breed your mare this season. You know, then it's not so cold when you're foaling your mare out 11 months from now. You know, so I always think if I want to breed my mare in May, I'm going to have an April baby. If I'm going to have my mare bred in April, I'm going to have a March baby. You know, think of it the month before when you breed is when they're going to essentially foal. So if you're breeding your mares in March, you're going to be foaling in February. If you don't have a setup that's heated or insulated, then it's going to be really cold. And I don't want to be born in the cold if I was a baby foal. I wait until the sun naturally starts coming out, the weather starts warming up. It's really difficult in these cold states to get the mares to cycle well, and they'll fool you on those transitional heat cycles. So unless you're gonna put them under lights, where a lot of people do put their mares under lights, and that's where you're literally putting a timer on your lights and tricking the mare into thinking that the season is changing and that the sun is starting to come out longer, that will help them cycle. We don't do that. Our mares live outside. I like to have them pastured. And so we just wait until it's warmer. And by waiting an extra month, it's saved us a lot of time, a lot of hassle, a lot of money, because we've moved past that transitional heat. And we can either give the mares shots and short cycle them to bring them into heat, or a lot of times they're ready and our timing is good and we can get right to it. And so we've had better luck with pregnancies. We've had better luck in timing. You know, typically we're getting our mares in full right away by just waiting an extra 20, 30 days. So that's how we start our breeding season.